Most people fail at wholesaling because they start with the wrong step. I've been investing in real estate for a decade, and these are the 4 steps that actually work. What's up, you guys? Bettina here. So here's one of the biggest questions I get all the time. How do I wholesale my first real estate deal step by step without flipping, without credit, without a lot of money, and without experience? What do I look for? How do I start? How do I know what's a good deal? And most importantly, how do you actually get paid? We're breaking all of that down today. So if you're someone who's been wanting to get into real estate, but you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or confused, this video is for you. Now, before we get started, I put together a free bundle of my top real estate scripts that I personally use to close deals. It goes perfectly with this video. The link is below, but first, watch this video. So with that said, let's get into it. Now, before you even start, this is the prep stage, I like to call it. Before you ever wholesale a property, you need to prepare your foundation. Now, unlike rentals or flips, you do not need a down payment. You don't need perfect credit. You don't need construction experience. I know I didn't. I was actually a former police officer before I started investing in real estate. Wholesaling is truly the no flip method. The best way to get into real estate investing as a beginner, because you're simply finding discounted properties and assigning the contract to an investor for a fee. But there are a few things that you do need to know. Some dedicated time. You can close a deal in 30 days, but you need at least 5 to 10 focused hours a week. A phone, yes, literally a phone, no fancy apps, no expensive software, a script. My students love this part, and that's what I have below for you, so that you know what to say, how to say it, and how to handle objections. All right, so let's move into the first step. Learn the wholesale process, the simple version. Now think of wholesaling as 4 parts. Find a motivated seller, get the property under contract at a discount, find a cash buyer, assign the contract for a profit, and most beginners overcomplicate this. Trust me, I've been there, I understand. They also think that they need a license, and that's not true. They think they need a lot of money. They think they need a huge network. Nope, because I didn't when I first started. You need basic knowledge and consistent action. And if you're watching this like, Bettina, I've been trying to learn this for years or for months, don't worry, that's exactly why I wanted to create this video. And don't forget, once you finish watching this video, make sure to grab that free script bundle after this video while it's still available. The link is in the description. Now, understanding what makes a property a deal. This is where most beginners mess up. This is where I also messed up when I first started. They think anything that's ugly is a deal. No, that's not correct. Now, here's the thing. You need to understand ARV, after repair value, and MAO, maximum allowable offer. Here's the simple version. ARV is what the house is worth after it's fixed up. MAO is the highest you can offer a seller while still leaving room for the investor to make a profit. Now, the formula most investors use is ARV times 70% minus repairs equals your MAO. And if you're thinking, Bettina, I don't even know how to run comps, that's literally why I created tools and step-by-step training in my courses, and also why I wanted to create a YouTube channel. So start talking to sellers. This is where your first deal comes from. You can find motivated sellers through Driving for Dollars, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, cold calling, texting, free foreclosure lists, expired MLS listings, local investor Facebook groups, agents, probate attorneys, landlords with rundown rental. And if you're starting with a zero budget, which most are, and that's okay, I always recommend either Driving for Dollars, free Facebook groups, texting and calling leads. Now, contacting people that are interested in selling, it doesn't come from luck. It actually comes from having the conversations. Now, whether you talk to 10 sellers or 100 sellers, your first yes, honestly, changes everything. And I know for sure because that happened to me. It changed my entire life and what I wanted to do. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to put the property under contract. And once a seller says yes, all you need is just a simple contract. not a 25-page legal nightmare, just a basic wholesale-friendly agreement. In most states, investors use a 2-page assignment-friendly contract or a 1-page assignment addendum. Now, once you have the contract, get it signed. E-signature is amazing. That's what I prefer, especially nowadays. My whole thing that I love to share with people is you can do this virtually from anywhere. Then the next step is send it to title. Then you move to the fun part. And this is finding the cash buyers. This is where everything's just going to come together and it's going to work out so amazing, okay? Because this is where you get paid. Now, cash buyers are everywhere. Now, you can also do JV deals with other wholesalers, but if you want to work on your own, that's totally understandable. That's what I recommend. You can contact house flippers, landlords, hedge funds, local investor groups. Meetup.com is another great resource too. Facebook real estate investing groups, realtors who work with investors, and all you have to do is send them the ARV, your asking assignment price, and I always tell my students, make sure that you're fair, pictures, address, your contract terms, and if the numbers make sense, trust me, cash buyers are going to move fast. Typically within a few hours, for sure before the end of the day. Now, when you assign the contract and you get paid, that doesn't mean that you close on the house yourself, okay? You don't flip the house. You don't touch the house. You don't renovate the house. You simply assign the contract to the investor for a fee, okay? Most beginners on average earn between $5,000, $7,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. The numbers are endless, obviously, depending on the property. And it really just depends on you and the property and your negotiation skills and all the things, but you can get it done, okay? Now, when you sign an assignment of contract, the title company wires your profit to you, and then that's it. Congratulations, you officially did your first wholesale deal. And that's exactly how I did it. Someone with no experience, a mom, a former police officer, honestly had no clue where to start. And this is where so many of my clients and my students close their first deal. Now, all you have to do is rinse, repeat, and scale. And then what I do recommend after that is when you look at a deal, now your first deal is the hardest. And after that, you know what a good deal looks like, right? You know how to talk to sellers, you know how to find buyers, you know how to negotiate, and you know what a real motivated seller sounds like. And obviously at the end, you know how to close. And most beginners stick to the same strategy. I recommend doing at least 1 to 3 deals, reinvest some of that money, your profits, I'd say between $1,000 to $5,000, get better leads, scale, and repeat. Now, there are data websites out there that I do recommend. I'm going to have one link down below for you, so make sure to use my link. You're going to get 100 free leads. This is seller leads, or you can use it for cash buyer leads, whichever way you want to use that, but you do get 100 free leads with my link down below. And this is one I definitely recommend to everybody. Now, here's the thing. When you scale and repeat, in 12 months, you can easily be doing at least 2 deals a month. You can do 5 deals a month. You can do 10 deals a month. Now, it all starts with the first one. If you want a shortcut, again, grab my scripts down below. I personally use this to close deals. I did create a course for this because I wanted to walk the actual script with you, what to say, what not to say, all the things, different scenarios. So this is a really great free resource for you. And again, this is my top favorite real estate scripts. Now, these are the ones that are actually working right now. If you're ready to really get started and you're actually serious about getting your first deal, I would highly recommend to check out my beginner's course. This is the no flip method course. Now, this is a course that walks you step by step from zero to closing your first deal. Again, this is someone that is a beginner, or if you're a little bit more advanced, you want my entire full wholesaling blueprint. This is my more advanced and in-depth course. The link for that is also down below. Now, these are the same strategies I used to build my business since 2016, and the same steps my students use. I've invested over $100,000 in my education and hiring the best of the best out there in this space. And I've been able to learn a lot of that and implement it into my life. And as a mom, as a female, things will look a little different. in my schedule and my time. And so I created something that was more for someone like me, someone who didn't come from a lot of money, maybe doesn't know where to start, maybe you have a full-time job, maybe you have more than one child. Either way, life looks a little different as a female in real estate investing. I used to do the whole hustle culture thing, but I hit burnout so many times. And if you've been watching my journey for the past decade, you've seen me go through so much just because I tried to hustle out there, even though I was a mom, a wife, I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur. So there's a lot of things I'm really passionate about. And I just would hit burnout like crazy because I hustled so hard, and I had to learn a different way and how to scale a different way as a female, as a mom, and as a wife, because we just have different responsibilities as most males. And so I wanted to create a course for someone just like me. Again, no experience whatsoever, starting from scratch, but really want more in life. And if you want to get into this space and later on scale, because I actually started flipping houses, I didn't know too much about wholesaling when I first started. I wish I did. I wish that was something that I first started with, but I didn't, and that's okay. But I was able to scale my flipping business. So if that's something you eventually want to do and start actually purchasing and closing on these properties, that's something that I can also help you with in the future when you're ready to do that. But if you just want to get your feet wet, if you just want to get started, if you want to invest in real estate virtually from anywhere, I would highly recommend to check out any of my courses below, because that's something I really truly walk you through. And most of my clients know that I literally hand everything over to you like a silver platter. It's just stuff that I wish I knew when I first started, instead of struggling and fighting and clawing my way through this whole industry, especially with no experience. When I first started, there was not a lot of courses and content out there that was affordable for me. And I didn't know a lot of people. I didn't know who was legit and not. And so I get it. When you're looking for a course, you want to make sure you get everything that you're looking for in one course. And that's really hard to find. So if you check out the links and you actually go through what I actually offer in each course, you're going to receive every single one of those the day you purchase. Okay. So I also do have payment plans that are super affordable. And again, I actually want to mention this. All of my courses are affordable compared to the market price. I wanted to make sure that they were still filled with value, but also affordable enough for you to receive the guidance and the strategy and the step-by-step in order to be successful from day one. Okay. Again, I wanted to put myself in your shoes because I was there once before, and I want to make sure that you're set up for success from the beginning. Now, if that interests you, I would highly recommend to go grab it, take a look at everything that I have below. Again, thanks so much for watching. If this video did truly help you, I would love for you to support me. This is a brand new channel. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more real estate content. Just trust me, I'll be coming out with a lot more information and a lot more content. So turn on the notifications if you want me to drop a deep dive training on maybe running comps, talking to agents, like what to say, what that process looks like, or even analyzing actual deals itself. Also, follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and LinkedIn at the official Bettina. Everything will also be linked below. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.